So busy, honestly. Hello? May I speak to someone regarding my medication bills?
Hello, my name is Ali. I'm the pharmacy here today. I'm here to address your concerns.
Sure. Great. I don't get why I'm paying so much this time for medications.
One moment, sir. Just let me look at your chart.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Ronald. I can see why you're confused.
Okay.
So there are 4 different kind of payments associated with your insurance. In fact, every insurance has these different kinds. And there are also 2 phrases associated with the insurances that you should be aware of: star rating and drug tiering. And I think I'll start with the first one. So star rating range from 1 to 5, and the higher the star rating is, the better the insurance plan, and the better the copays, deductible, and the premiums. For the drug tiering, the higher the drug tiering, the more expensive the drug, and it's not covered, and it won't be covered by your insurance.
Okay, great.
Now let's discuss these different kind of payments. So the first one is called premium. This is what you pay every month to keep your insurance. Everyone who has insurance has to have this monthly payment, and to keep the insurance running. If you don't pay the premium, then you won't have insurance. I hope this answered your questions.
Yes, but why am I paying extra today?
So you're paying extra today because of deductible. Do you have any idea what deductible is?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay, so a deductible is an amount of money that you pay when you first go to the hospital, or when you first use your insurance, per se. So you pay that every period. Like, for example, the period is usually 6 months or a year, depending on your insurance. So for example, it usually starts at the beginning of the year, sometimes in the middle of the year. It depends on the insurance that you have. So for example, if you use it in February, if you went to the hospital in February, you're gonna have to pay a deductible, and that lasts for 6 months or a year, depending on your insurance. So let's say you went to the hospital in February and to get a physical check from the doctor. You have to pay a deductible, thus your bill will be higher. But the next time you go, let's say in July, that's 4 months after, or 5 months after, then you're not gonna have to pay the deductible again because the period hasn't ended yet. For you, you went after the period has ended, and that's why your bills are higher this time. Does that make sense?
A little bit, but I'm concerned about my medication, not at the hospital right now. So why am I paying more for medication today?
That's because of the co-insurance, which is you pay 20% your insurance only covers 80%. And you're paying more for the medication because of the deductible again, because you haven't paid your deductible. This is the first time you got into the hospital. You got your drug.
Yes, so I pay 20% or 80%? I pay 20%?
You pay 20%.
Oh, I pay 20%.
You pay 20%.
That's the co-insurance or
yes,
the premium? I forgot.
That's the co-insurance. The premium is what you pay every month. That's just set. You don't have to pay anything when you go. And the premium is just what you pay every month.
Okay.
And don't mix the co-insurance and the copay, because there are 2 different terms.
Okay.
The co-insurance is a percent, but the copay is a fixed amount that you pay every time you get a drug or go to doctor visit or anything. So they're different. So does that answer your questions?
A little bit, yes, and basically that does help me a little bit, and I get that. That is copay and co-insurance,
yes,
and deductibles,
exactly.
and how they work.
Exactly.
But I have 4 or 5 kids at home. They're young, they're crazy. I pay for myself, my wife. I just can't afford this. Can you help me out, please?
I understand it could be overwhelming, especially the drugs are really expensive. So just let me have a look at your chart and the medication that's prescribed.
Sure, I'll give you a second. Take your time.
So I can see that the doctor prescribed you Lipitor for your cholesterol, and that's the brand name of the atorvastatin, which is the generic name. And the brand names are usually much more expensive than the generic name, and that's why your bill came out to be so high. I'm not sure why the doctor prescribed the brand name for you. I don't know what he has in mind, but you should definitely call him and check with him why he did that, because the brand name is much more expensive than the generic. It's like $220 per month. And the formulary is not covered by your insurance for the brand name. Thus, you have to pay the whole $220. But if he would have prescribed you the generic name, which is $12 per month, which is also covered under your insurance, you would have been paying much less. So you should definitely get that checked and talk to your doctor, and it will reduce your cost by a huge margin.
Okay. And what does formulary mean?
Formulary is every insurance plan has a formulary, which means it's like a list of drugs that the insurance covers. So if the drug is not within the formulary, that means the insurance doesn't cover it, and Lipitor wasn't within your insurance plan. Thus, you're paying the whole $220 a month, and that's why, it's so expensive for you.
Okay. Thank you, Ali. I'll have to switch to generic.
Yeah, make sure you do that, because that'll help a lot. And I hope I was able to help you. And if you have any additional questions?
No, I think I'm all set.
Okay, so this is your summary that I wrote for you. It'll help you it'll help you. It's like it has a lot of information about what you're paying, what you're not paying, and you should definitely get that checked with the doctor and talk to them and be sure to switch to the Generate because it'll help you a lot. Do you have any more questions or concerns?
And what was your name?
Ali.
Thank you.
All right.